Welcome back.
Welcome.
Seems pretty legit, baby. Episode 1 was out of the way, man. We're on to episode 2. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good? Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something though, man, for real. Starting to see spaceships on Rosecrans. I seen the aliens hold hands.
I ain't seen them yet. What? I just keep hearing all these drones up there flying around.
They wanna see me do my dance.
That's what I hear.
I let them watch me do.
Well, come on, get up. Let us see you do your dance then.
You don't see that.
Okay.
I got 2 little feet, baby.
I believe it.
Gangsters don't dance, man. Gangsters don't dance.
I beg to differ. I've seen a couple of them
rocks,
do a little,
you know what I'm saying?
do a little shuffle here and there.
Oh man. Hey, I got a policy, man, for real. I'm gonna talk softly.
Okay.
Talk real softly. But in the spirits of President FDR, I carry big sticks. Anyways. But yeah. For real. What's going on, man? All right, so there's a gentleman named Cliff High. Cliff High wrote an algorithm, I want to say like in the 90s or 2000s or something like that, but he's also made like crypto millionaires with the information that he shared. And how this algorithm works, it scours the internet for our voices, words. Okay? It listens to our words, and then it uses those words to predict the future. I'm not certain about the days per se, but it predicted that there was going to be something, somewhat of a deal, like an event that was going to occur where Joe Rogan, and it predicted this like in the 90s or the 2000s, man. I can't, I mean, we can definitely look. I don't know if maybe you heard about it, maybe you didn't, but this algorithm said that an event was going to occur where Joe Rogan was going to have a sit down with President Trump. And I want to say 39 days after that, or 93, one of those. It might have been 39 days. But after that, there was going to be like some false flag or some type of alien invasion or something like that. And then it was supposed to be like, I guess, good aliens and bad aliens. And then our military fighting against the aliens that were actually good. Or something like that. Suffice it to say, there's been like massive drones like flying over Cali and New York right now.
New Jersey, Cali.
Yeah.
Some people are reporting them in other countries. I don't know what to think about the whole thing right now, and mostly because, I mean, the military's, I mean, our government's not saying anything about it, you know?
Right.
And that's the biggest concern, because that's not how we do things here in America, especially not for something like that.
Right.
You know, so it's like, come on now. It leads me to believe that it has to be some part of our military or something, you know, and I've heard a couple of different people's theories.
Yeah.
A lot of them kind of do make sense. Some of them do. But it is kind of, I'm leaning towards maybe it is some type of technology, you know, AI technology or something that's kind of maybe gone rogue or something, you know? I don't know. I don't know what to think. They're saying that it could be scanning for nuclear energy that makes kind of some sense. I've
mean,
heard
they've been
some
known to do
things
that in the
got
past.
smuggled over here and they're looking for, something. I've heard many different things, but the fact is we ain't heard the truth from the government, the ones that we need to hear from.
Right.
So,
Because I mean, like, I'm like, hey, y'all remember Transformers? Whenever something was going on where it was like America was down, but here come a comeback, and then it's just like jets flying, tanks rolling. We about to do what we need to do.
I mean, the thing is that they do need to say something because, everybody out here, some people gonna start tripping. People get scared. They don't know what's
already
going
are.
on. I've seen videos of people trying to shoot at the things. Like,
I mean, that might be the smartest thing to do. That's all we do. We 2A all the way around here,
it may
baby.
not be the smartest thing we do. If these things have technology that we don't even recognize, why the heck would we shoot our measly little
what?
weapons at them?
You know what? There was a clip with these. I guess these balls were like sitting out there, like circular spheres sitting
Like
up,
plasmoid.
and then I guess the government actually shot them.
And it separated and came back together.
Came right back together.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
We don't know what we're dealing with.
I'm
You
tell you
know,
something,
I mean,
man.
you sit over here. We that's exactly the thing. Humans do all kind of little crazy things, thinking we're so smart and we're so this and we're so that. But you do something like that, next thing you know, the dang on plasmoid thing come out and cover your whole body on your face. None of us can talk. We don't know. Like, why are you doing things? Leave it alone. Like I was told when I was little, things didn't. If it's not bothering you, don't bother it. Why are you bothering?
No, I mean, this is way beyond. It is in our airspace,
It is.
and
Which also, again, leads me to believe that it has to be something that the government knows, because they up here acting like, well, we don't know what it is, but yet we're still flying planes with civilians on it back and forth through this same airspace. Come on, man. We got to use common sense.
That's
not
true.
making sense.
That's true.
They got to know what it is. They just pulling our leg. You do realize that they think that we're very slow, right?
That's very true.
They're going to try all kind of little stuff.
I mean, hell, with all the stuff they put in our food, we should be slow.
Well, we're resilient, so that's not the case. Not gonna happen.
All right, so yeah, that ain't even a topic. All right, we just wanted to talk to y'all about that real quick. Maybe we add some footage in, about the little points we were talking about. But like, I don't understand like how they are not addressing this stuff. There's over, I want to say like in New Jersey alone, there was over 300 sightings. Some people are reporting that these things are as large as small cars, so we'll just go ahead and call it a Civic or Corolla, something like that.
They get loud like a plane,
Yeah.
and like somebody made a great point, when it's our technology and things that we make and motors, it's gonna make noise, and that thing
Right.
makes noise, so that's the biggest thing.
But some of them are saying that they're not making noises.
Well, I haven't seen those. I've only been hearing a lot of people say that they're reporting that they're very loud,
Right.
as well. And then I've even seen the videos where people are showing that it's kind of either scrambling with like the lights flickering. I just want people to remember how much of our reality is really controlled by technology, by people who have access to hack into things and toggle with things to make anything happen that they really want to happen, So just because it ain't been happening all these years, don't mean it's not possible.
Hey.
So just remember that we cannot get fearful and afraid over every little thing that happens.
I'm gonna tell you this. Even if we're just talking about, they control these things in the manner that you say, we humans are more than they've ever told us.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Collectively, if we wanted to bring something into existence, all we would need to do is to
Tune in on the same frequency.
Same
think about
one.
it the same.
and think about
really
it the
it.
same and manifest it and speak it out. Because again, like the trick is, with the trick that we're told not to believe, or no, let me take that back. No, what they don't tell us is that with the mouth, it can speak blessings and it'll speak curses.
I mean, they kind of do in the Bible, but
Right,
for
but
those who
like-
don't read that
For
book,
those who don't, the moment you start to speak these things out aloud, you're casting, you're creating. Because again, like, God gave us everything that he had, but on a smaller scale. And there are people who actually know this stuff.
we're low key, literally like all of us are like in the Harry Potter school or something. We just don't even.
Don't even know it.
But
They give you movies to watch. They give you shows to watch, to put things out for you to then generate and alchemize, and you don't even know you're doing it.
don't even.
You don't even know you're doing it. But again, as a man thinketh, as a man thinketh.
The power of life and death lies within the tongue. So,
Exactly.
you definitely, and I mean, even the word words, it's backwards. It's spelled swords.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
And I may have
It's a weapon.
Yeah.
You know? So
Right. Two-edged sword.
you got to think about those things.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about the word. I mean, we go to school and we learn spelling. We're
Right.
casting spells.
Right.
You know, I mean, we write in cursive. We're creating curses when
Right.
we write.
Right.
When we have a pen in our hand, it's literally like a magic wand for us. And
Yeah.
truth be told, it goes so deep because just the way we're out here operating in like business and, you know, all that stuff, that is truly our magic wand. Nothing would be possible without us signing or signature or footprints or
Right.
fingerprints or things
Right.
like that. We're really the power. We're
And
the magic of
I
it
may
all.
have not said it correctly in the first episode because it was just brushing through things, but in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, right? And what they don't tell you is that the Word was sound, the Word was vibration. It takes vibration. Vibration creates resonance. Resonance is something that you either going to reject or accept. And if you're pulled in, then you resonate.
That's literally how we talk. I mean, we have
Yeah.
these little
Yeah.
flappy things
Right.
that's in our
Right.
throat that moves, and based off of the vibration, that's
Right.
how everybody's sound and tone and
Right.
everything is different, you know, because it's everybody's, I forgot the name, what it's
What was
called.
that?
Voice, not voice box, but what is it called?
Oh, those spirit boxes.
No, our,
Oh, what are you talking about?
I don't remember. I don't even
We'll
remember.
figure it out.
I'm
It'll
having
pop
a
back
brain
up.
fart right now.
You know
I'm
how
so
that
sorry.
happens. You know how that happens. But look, I mean, like, there's no script.
No, there's
Just letting
not.
it fly, baby.
You know, and I mean, just like that, even with that, there's no script to what we're doing, you know, but we are living life in these cosmos, and it's like a huge a play, you know. And when you think about it, that's exactly what it is, because just in general, the way we dabble in society, the terminology that we use, we're all just in a giant, you know,
It
play.
feels like a giant high school.
That's what it feels like. Well, now that we have the internet and we're all so connected, especially with TikTok, I swear this is how I feel every day. Like, I'm waking up to go into the cafeteria, and the cafeteria is TikTok. You know, like it's like a giant school. You got people that's childish out here, full grown adults still acting like, you know, complete kids. And I have to remind myself of that all the time. Like, we're just on a big playground. And that also, that's how I kind of think about a lot of stuff in life in general. Just how I'm treated, how I'm interacting with other adults, other humans. Like, you know, certain things we are willing to forgive or look past because we were told that we should, or something like that. But then in other ways, we want to stand up for things. No, I'm not going to let nobody treat me like that, or I'm not going to let this person do me like that or do me like this. But we are in a very abusive relationship with the government and the powers that be all day, every day, and don't nobody say nothing.
Don't
Everybody
nobody
want to
say
get
nothing.
quiet when it comes to that, but we can't do nothing. What we supposed to do? It's just one person. Like, what would you do if you was on a playground and a kid just came up to you and bullied you, or a group of kids, the bigger kids? What y'all gonna do? You gonna keep standing for it, or you gonna eventually stand up for yourself and fight?
The only thing you can do really is affect your local area. You start on a small scale.
We gotta do something.
That's it. What else? Okay. Let's get into today's topic. Compassion, empathy,
sympathy, the difference.
right?
You know, because there is definitely a difference in them.
Yeah. Or the lack thereof.
There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
What leads us here to have this conversation.
Yeah.
With everything going on. I mean, we opened the floor just talking about random, current events of what we're noticing that's going on out there. And with that being said, it's so much more. That's just one little topic that we dabbled on, but so much more. And I think that it's a good time for us as a community to start having that conversation.
Right.
About how to have compassion and empathy. I'm seeing just so much of people lacking that.
Right.
Of course, I walk through the halls of the comment section of social media all day. So I am
Don't be in class. Ain't got a hall pass.
No, I don't have a hall pass.
Doing what she do. Yeah.
But I'm sitting here, just reading comments, and I understand that a lot of what we see on social media, any of these comment sections, sometimes are, robots, AI generated responses, things like that. But a lot of them are also very real people. Humans, your peers, your friends, the ones you go to for advice every day, the people that
Right.
you go and get checked out from at the grocery store. These are people that you're connected with in your community every day, and you hear a little bit of insight into their thoughts, into their mind with the things that they get online and say and post. And yeah, we know everything's not real there, but there's a lot more truth behind the things that people say than you realize. You
Right.
know? And with all of what's going on in like Hollywood and everything, we having all these allegations coming out and
Right.
people coming forward to tell their truths and to tell their stories. You have a lot of people that will question certain things, and I totally get
Right.
that. There's so many false narratives and people who go out here and create these false stories in their mind for their own benefits,
Right.
to hurt or harm innocent people.
Right.
But then there's also a lot of the opposite going on the other end.
And I tell
where
you
people
what,
are hurting other people.
Yeah. People who never address things, you wait until forever to defend yourself. I kind of don't vibe with that.
That's true.
I rather somebody shoot first. And you know what? Always that person that's shooting first, they'll never be on the type to say what they do.
Yeah,
They'll
that's
never
true.
tell you what
That's
they do.
True. I've noticed that a lot of times that is the case. The loudest people that are ready to notice the speck in somebody else's eye before noticing the one in theirs.
Right.
They don't spend a whole lot of time with themselves, really picking themselves apart. I personally am the type of person that I spend a lot of time with myself. I'm a loner. I don't mind being by myself. And those times where I am by myself, I'm processing. I'm truly trying to understand more about me and how I am having an experience in this world. And I do care about how others are experiencing me as well.
Right.
But you mentioned something, and you said that you don't really vibe with waiting so long to kind of stand up or speak up for yourself.
Yeah.
And I can agree with that. You know, I truly can. But on the other hand, I totally understand why somebody might not. I think we forget that a lot of people were, before we got here as adults, we were children.
Yeah.
And a lot of the things that people are still dealing with to this day, a whole 20, 30, 15, 10, 5 years later, whatever, are things that's coming. It's affecting them from something that happened to them so long ago when they didn't have anybody to stand up for them,
and they wasn't
a way. Yeah, they didn't know their voice. They didn't even realize they had one. You know, especially coming from. You got to think about, everybody grows up different. You don't know if that person grew up in a home or a household or in an environment where they were always, hushed, and their thoughts and their feelings, their voice had to be, repressed or oppressed.
You had to go with the group.
Correct.
I can't stand you people. I can't stand y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You people who won't speak truth to power, you won't speak up for the people that you know are being abused. I can't stand y'all.
Yep.
I can't do it. I mean, part of the reason why I started this show is because I couldn't stand for it.
So true. And
it'd be your family. I'm gonna tell you, your family are the ones that know how to hurt you the most.
Yeah.
They know how to hurt you. They know what to do. And it's always like one or two people that control a group. And then there's a group that, like, they're in fear of what the other people provide and do. They will sit back and watch. They will sit back and watch the abuser abuse.
A lot of people do it.
Yo,
a lot of times.
Shout out to the black sheeps of the family. Shout out, hold on. Shout out to them black sheeps, man. Hey, y'all probably telling all the truth in the world. I see you now. I see you. If you don't do what the other people do, they say, man, you're a black sheep too.
Yeah, that's so very true. I mean, I definitely think there's different aspects to it. You know, for some, it's very obvious. You got to think about the covert abusers as well.
I mean, them covert abusers, the moment
nobody's recognizing it, and they don't even realize
they don't even realize they're abusing because they were abused.
Exactly.
So if you come along and you try and cite that out, like, hey, listen, this wasn't right. This was done to you, and you are doing it to me. They don't want to hear none of that noise.
Nope.
They don't want to hear none of that noise.
They haven't faced the music yet.
They haven't faced the music.
They ain't sat in the mirror with themselves and accepted that, or even looked at. Yes. And a lot of times, the thing is, yes. I think people have a hard time with accepting that. I feel like most people walk around here with they'll say, no, I don't think I'm perfect, but most people do walk around here with this complex of wanting to live in perfection.
Right.
So and then when they are a little damaged or blemished, or they have these very deep, dark parts of them that they don't want to face and accept, that they can't believe is a part of their persona or their psyche. They don't understand it. They're not going to look in the mirror and face themselves because they don't want to believe that they too can also have, they can be a bad person as well, and I don't want to say it like that, but
man, just call yourself out on your shit.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. You gotta be honest with yourself. If you know you got a habit of lying and you just like, man, I sit down and think about it. Like, I do be lying. I lie to her. I lie to him. I lie to my mama. I lie to my granny. I lie to everybody. Like, why do I be lying?
I know a guy. I don't know him no more, man. If I see you, but anyways, hey, I know a guy that run around and he like, like his whole persona is like, hey, just ask me a question because I got to tell a lie. I got to get this lie off. Just ask me a question. I am down on my lie quota today. I need to lie. I need to get this lie off. Yo, I need to get this lie off, man. Hey, man. And it's so slick talking. but we see right through you.
Yeah.
You know what? I seen right through everything. But compassion.
Yeah. Got
Compassion.
You do have to have it, because again, leads me right back to people believe or want to believe that they are perfect, or they're going to at some point in life maybe achieve perfection.
Right.
We're not perfect beings. Duality is a part of life,
right.
You know, so
and
there's going to be good
perfect.
and bad about you.
Ain't perfect, man.
It's about the choices that you make. You know, are you choosing to be a good person today, this moment, in this hour, every day? You know, that's what it's about.
Some of us do have, you know, traits that we can't like deny.
Of course.
But you can write these things down. You can call yourself out on it, and you can work on it.
There you go.
You know, like period.
Calling yourself out on it and willing to work on it. And guess what? You may not even know how to start the work, but reaching out and trying to find somebody who may know how to help you start the work, that's the first step.
I mean, like if you with somebody, they experiencing you every day.
Every day.
They know you. I mean, all you have to do is start with that person if you're with somebody.
If you're with someone who is a safe, loving person, let me say that.
That's true.
You know,
that's true.
You got to be mindful and be careful of that, because you don't want to just go around here changing your complete self for somebody who may not even have your best interests and intentions at heart. Boy. So be careful with that as well.
Said a mouthful. Some of us ain't really down to do the work. We just want to be on the outside, and we want to make people think that we are doing the work.
That too.
Or we'll sit back in the crowd. Like, you ever see these people, man, who can't contribute to a group talk? They'll be sitting there watching while everything's flying, and they sitting there. It's because they really on the low. They don't know how to be, because the mask is on, and they got to be who they are. Or who they think and don't make them feel like they are, or you are, embarrassing them or yourself when you're just having a human experience trying to figure things out for who you are and you know how you develop. So when you watch these people and they're sitting there and they're empty, they're baseless, be careful.
Most definitely. You do have to be very careful with that. Some people don't know themselves, you know. Some people don't have real substance.
Oh no, some of them do know themselves. Some of them do know themselves, and
some people
they hide. They hide rather well. And all the abuse goes on behind closed doors. You gotta watch that stuff, man.
That is so very true. Some people do know themselves and they know what they're doing. And they do it with the thought of maybe thinking that nobody else is going to pick up on it.
Right.
Or that nobody else is going to notice it.
Right.
But come on, guys, we can see you. Man. Like, we can see you. You're a whole person. You're right here. You're in my face. We can see you. All of us, everybody's not, slow. Everybody ain't that smart, but everybody ain't that dumb either.
Yeah.
You know, so I that's one thing that I absolutely hate. I do not like when people underestimate my intellect.
I actually love it.
In a sense.
Oh, I love it.
In a sense.
I
but
love it.
At the same time, it can be so frustrating. However, it definitely does give you it gives you a leg to stand on, though. Yeah, for sure.
This whole
someone tries you in that way.
That's the. If I know you, doubt me. Tell me I can't do something, and watch me do it in your face, and I mean that.
Yeah.
Oh no, challenge me. This whole thing, everything that we're doing, everything that I've created for us, was because somebody tried me. It's all love, though. Look what you did. I'm gonna tell you something about me, man. I'm a transmuter. You give me any negative energy, I'm gonna turn it into positive.
That's what we should all be doing.
You may not like it.
In all honesty,
you may not like it, but you got the deal.
Yeah.
You got the deal, man. Some of these people try and pull you out your character, man. Come on, man.
You can never let nobody take you out your character.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Man. You know, the only way to really pull me out of characters is touching me. You can talk all that woo-wah. I ain't with that. But you touch me.
That's a completely different story. I agree. Hands should be kept to yourself. Please do not put your hands on me. I didn't touch you. Don't touch me.
You
don't
touch me? Hey, shout out for those who keep restraint no matter what. I'm a no women, no kids type man. I ain't gonna ever disrespect like that. You really want it, man. Ain't no talking in the wanting, man. You ever want something with me, all you got to do is touch me. Touch me. Touch me. And I won't hesitate to put you down. Out of love.
Yeah.
Of self.
Self-preservation.
Well,
We should all be. I mean, that's something we all do. That's a human, thing.
Right.
Your brain's should not allow something to try to destruct you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah. I walk around with a big smile on my face, man. Big smile on my face, man. You gonna always see me smiling. But boy, don't take that shit for a week. I'ma just be real, man.
I'm a little different. You may not always see me smiling, but either way it goes,
Yeah.
still don't take it for
I'm
me.
smiling, man. Y'all seen the 5 Heartbeats? Y'all remember Red? Y'all remember Red? My office hours are 9 to 5. 9 to 5. You see how he flip on the switch? I'll tell you something, man. Hey, what was the Geminis, right? Geminis. They flip, right? They 2 people, right?
They are.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, for real. Pisces are the ultimate Geminis.
I believe it.
In order for you to go, hey, I'm for real.
I've definitely had some experiences with those
The
kind.
ultimate Geminis will give you this, and we'll give you this, and we'll give you this, and then when you finally press, boom, you ain't know what the hell happened. Hey, listen. In order for you to go through life, like your life, you're gonna go through cycles. We'll talk about this near-death experience that I had. That just gave me different, profound information that I didn't perceive. And then what's weird is like when coming back, you get these confirmations. It's kind of like a dream. Like this whole thing is kind of like a dream. So when you punch out, it's like you tapped into some world where all the knowledge that you needed to know is there, like instantly. But then you come back here and it doesn't hit you at first, or you don't want to talk about these things, man. I remember, after I came out, there was one person. They just cut the damn shackles off my wrist and my ankles from being in this coma and fighting to get back. And the person asked me, like, did you see anything? And right before I was getting ready to say something told me to tell that person, no.
Everything ain't for everybody.
It ain't. It's only for me. And I guess it's like for me to like start sharing this stuff with the world, man.
I get those all the time where I may want to share something or think that, okay, this is a appropriate person or something that I can share some with, but then I get that little voice that say no.
So
shut it up, seal it, closed.
I'm not saying go live frivolously, but this is just one experience that your soul is gonna have.
We're infinite.
We're infinite beings, man.
I mean,
the
energy cannot be created nor destroyed.
Our
so
energy,
if it
right.
cannot be destroyed.
Right.
If something says cannot be,
right.
that means
Right.
it can't.
Right. What's really fun?
Destroy.
So like you got infinite energy because you come from the all spark of God. He's infinite,
The source.
boundless, unfathomable. And while I was out there, I didn't see God, but boy, you can breathe it and feel it.
It's all around you.
I mean, I'll do my best to explain when we get there. I'll do my best, but I know I'm gonna fail. But again, back to this whole Pisces thing, man, and how that all happens. It's 12 signs. In your life, you're gonna be all of these signs, and through your experience, you don't believe in reincarnation. Here's the thing: like, people don't believe in reincarnation, but have deja vu events and don't know what happened. Like, I saw
been
this.
having deja vu
This
since I was a
happened.
child.
Where in the hell you think that came from?
My son told me when he was little that he came from another mother before he came to me. He literally sat there and told us that in the room. We were all like, kind of spooked me out. I ain't want to talk about it no more.
Old souls, baby.
That he came from somebody else, and when
Yes.
she died on the bed with blood around her is when he came to me, and I was like, what?
So when you see, again, you ever see Pisces people, you catch me like, oh man, that person, they so wise, they so this, they so that. It's because every element of who you are, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to, I guess, gloat, brag, call me arrogant, do whatever you want. But we are every one of the signs, so it's very hard to play on our top. The thing that happens the most, the reason why we allow people to play on our top is because of our compassion and our love. Real lovers, man. I'm a really good person, but it is time to stop letting people play on tops, baby. I'm tired of it. You?
I'm definitely tired of it myself.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. So, no, again, in order to become a Pisces, you must have been every one of them. You can Google that if you feel like, if that's what you need, but take it from a Pisces that just know. You gotta be everything. So when you see people as a Pisces trying to play you, it's funny. It's funny. And you don't say nothing. You just let it go, man. Like, hey, have your moment. I'm not going to ruin your experience. This is for you.
Definitely.
This is for you.
I have those moments all the time with
Right.
people. Like, you know what? They're just
Right. You sit back and you just hope that they're going to get it. Like, get it. Get it.
Some people won't.
Yeah. Nah, but some people don't like
I mean,
again.
some people choose not to.
If
They
you don't learn a
want to.
lesson, you'll be right back here learning it again.
And maybe that's what they need. Maybe that's what they want.
I'm talking about through life. But at the same time, if you're smart enough to catch the patterns, and that's the deal. Like, I've had people, again, like narcissistic, I guess, traits, or full blown. The jury's out. But like, I've always had people growing up, friends, taking advantage, thinking that they smarter than you. It's crazy. But if you don't cite the pattern and stop the pattern, God loves you so much, he'll send you another person with that same energy trait, and you carrying the stuff because, yeah, you may carry some abuse from here. It may be abuse from the mother or your parents. It may be abuse from your everyone in that development structure, and then it's friends. But while they're doing that, they're casting this energy on you, and you're carrying this signature, so you're pulling in exactly what you don't want because you haven't done the work.
Yeah.
You haven't done the work of citing that pattern, stopping that pattern, calling that pattern out, cutting yourself off from that pattern. If you don't cut yourself off
from stuff,
you're gonna get another one.
Like, well, you can't just cut off everything.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, I can, baby. I got the biggest pair of scissors. Okay,
yeah, you can.
I will cut it all off because at the end of the day, it is about my mental health and how I'm able to continue to show up here healthy, and whole. If I can't do that, then it's pointless. That's unfair to me. So if I got to do what I got to do so that I can, go replenish and be able to come back, stronger than before, then I gotta do what I gotta do, and you don't have access to me during that time, and that's just that. And truth be told, if I choose to give you access after that, that's on me. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that you are gonna have access in the same way. That don't mean that just because I said that I forgive you, that you're gonna be able to do the exact same things you were able to do to me before, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, well, that's just that's not how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I may have chose to forgive you and said that you could still be around or something like that, but now we have very clear boundaries. There's some stipulations to that.
And
when I didn't have the boundaries and I didn't have the stipulations, you took it for granted and you did the most. So absolutely not. No, you're not going to experience the same part of me anymore. Okay? And that's your loss, not mine. And you have to understand that we win some, we lose some here. So you lost that.
And I'm guilty, totally guilty of, in true Pisces fashion, always seeing the best in people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ignoring all the other stuff.
But I'm still like that.
But seeing the best in people.
The good in people. I try my best to see the good side. I mean, when I say in everyone, I mean in everyone. I know, and I see people all the time. They could see it as like, oh my God, they're such a bad person. This, that, and other. I'm literally the type of person that remembers that we all were little people before, and to me, we're still all little people. We're just little people that kind of grew into ourselves. But I mean, we were all children. We all came here not knowing what to do. We don't know what to do. There's no, real manual for it with clear, hey, do this, do that, move here, move like this, do this. It's none of that. We're just all trying to figure out life. So I am a compassionate person and understanding people like that, including a person that may have become, some people may, when you speak of Andrea Yates there, so you have some people that have no compassion for her whatsoever. How could all her kids and blah, 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 blah. And then you have some that truly understand how something like that could take place, and I am that type of person. I just want to know what led them up to become this or how they became that person, and I can understand that doesn't mean you're making excuses for it, but it does give you an insight into why they became the way they became. I completely can understand, like, oh, that makes sense. That's how that got here, but that doesn't mean that it's okay, it got here, but dang, that's messed up, and it's even more messed up that nobody helped this person or nobody saw that it was a problem, and now I look at some people like they're living in walking prisons, they're inside of their own. And I said this the other day when we was speaking, and I mentioned the word jail and hell, never really thinking about it before how it rhymed, but I'm like, yeah, I mean, when you are in jail, you're in hell, and some people are in their own form of jail inside of their minds. They're in their own hell, what I mean?
But again, you know what, that is if you don't recognize, if you don't call yourself out, you're placing yourself in that mental jail.
You are.
That mental hell.
You are.
If you don't stop, like you're stuck to it, you're bound to it, and then you'll repeat everything. You expect the same thing. That goes out to all the people who are actually out there, misbehaving on their loved ones, cheating,
some that I also
we'll get there.
We will get there.
We'll get there because
we will get there. But
I'm not above that either.
This
that happened. That happened once.
This and with you saying that, it's making me think, yes, a lot of people are putting their own selves in their own mental hells and
right, and not wanting to see
prisons and not wanting
to see it. They'll expect. I mean, you're actually. What is it? What do they say? Like if you're repeating the same thing and expecting a different thing, that's the definition of insanity.
Right. So I mean, and some people are insane. Yeah. It's a mental issue. Some people are insane, and there's nothing that you or them or nobody else can do about it. That's just them. Right. So we have to remember too that every brain is different. It's all made up of matter, and everybody's is constructed different. Right. So everybody's is not going to be the same. The way that you experience, understand, see life is going to be different than how somebody else can or even willing to. We got to remember that everybody out here we're not all on the equal playing field with the same kind of IQ or similar IQ. You got to remember the people with low IQs and low EQs, they're just not as intelligent as you. Not saying that anything is wrong with them. They're just not. Right. You're the smarter one in the punch. You're the smarter one in the bunch. That's a heavy weight to bear, of course, when you are able to have that intellect that maybe somebody else doesn't. That's kind of what sets people apart from being leaders of the group and not being leaders of the group. You're smart enough to be the leader because you're smart enough to lead a whole bunch of people who cannot lead themselves. But that comes with a huge bit of responsibility and understanding, that you got to understand where their level is and where your level is. Right. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all, for the people that know me, you know me. You ain't gotta play dumb. You know me. You know who I am, man. You know my heart is big. If I ain't dealing with you, or I ain't checking up on you, I ain't worried about you no more, let's just call it fair.
Most definitely.
And from now on, I'd rather just be here and connect with people. So I want to let you guys know, so if you see, maybe I'll take this bar down at the bottom of our screen. We are actually, this is just, the warm-up rounds. We're going to go live soon. Because I know that we can actually give really good advice to people. I've always gave good advice to my friends. Ask any friend that is a friend that knows me. They know that I give great advice. That's a part of being an alchemist, man. If you're able to tap into your masculine and your feminine, if you're able to understand both sides and see both sides and recommend something from there, cool. And I think we're both really, really, really good at alchemy.
Yep.
So we do want people to call in or join our Discord, because I actually want to see your face. I need to see your face because I want to feel your energy. I want to know what it is about you. What are you going through? What do you need help with? Is there anything that we can do? We start generating funds. We start doing what we need to do. I would love to make sure that we give back.
Oh, most definitely.
Give back.
Most definitely. I don't want to do anything in this world if I am also not doing my part and I'm not pushing back into the community. There's so many people out here who, need help. And I have a story to tell as well. As time go on, I'll be able to feel comfortable enough, and I feel like it's time, for me. It's been a good 20 years now, and it's time. So I have to also express some things about my experience here.
Yeah, we'll get there. Riot, I can't even believe you said that right now.
Well,
it's only episode 2, baby girl. I can't even believe you said that.
It is what it is.
And I think that when you guys find out, and again, I'm going to share things about my life too. We have to come together. We have to We have to get this off. Remember that liar I was talking about? Man, I just got to get this lie off. Man, I got to get the truth off.
There you go.
I got to get the truth off.
I have to discover the truth, and I have to express the truth.
Man.
That's my highest form of expression, is
it can only be that way, man.
Expressing the truth. You know, that's what truly sets you free. That's the highest. Everybody thinks that the highest frequency that we vibrate is what you would think it is love, but it's actually authenticity.
Right.
Being your authentic self, being who you truly are meant to be. And with me saying that, let us remember, people, that again, duality, there's a dark side and there's a light side. Some people are really just meant to be who they're meant to be, and it's to help facilitate the world continuing to go around the way it's supposed to.
Right. So you got a part to play. Like, we all have parts to play in this great dance of life, and we're all here to teach each other lessons to make each other better.
That's what we're here
and that's what I'm about. I'm about being better.
Every day. If you're not waking up to strive for being better again, you're not going to make it to perfect.
Right.
But being better than you was yesterday is what you should strive for every day. That should really be your ultimate goal.
Right.
Like, if yesterday was a bad day for you and you told 5 lies to make it because you needed to or whatever to get through, well, today you should have woke up and said, man, I shouldn't have did that. That was wrong. I shouldn't go around doing XYZ. Let me do better this time. You don't get worse.
And here's the thing. This is where compassion comes in. It's like, hey, all right, I see myself, I call myself out on it, I wronged you, I messed up, I did this, I did that, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And
this is how I'm going to move forward.
Exactly. Now. So we don't repeat the same mistakes.
And y'all, I'm not gonna sit here and say that you just have to forgive, because do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, do what you want to do, but I said it.
But it is way more freeing, and it's a lot more healthy for you to be able to forgive. You holding on to stuff, that's what creates diseases. We all walk around here trying to understand, well, where cancer and this, that, and the other come from. It comes from the negative, bad, nasty energy that you're refusing to work through on the inside of you, because you just have to just stay mad at this person forever, or you just have to not forgive them, or you just have to can't see it their way because of whatever. Well, all of that's manifesting. That energy staying in your cells and your body and your tissues, and it's just constantly manifesting. When truth be told, just change your perspective. Just change the way you're viewing it. Look different at it.
Change the way you hold things.
Be positive about it.
Change the way you judge people. Change the way
you ain't perfect, and you would want somebody to have grace with you.
Exactly.
When you out here doing the things that you're doing that can't nobody else see but you and God, who do you expect to have grace and compassion with you? God. And he do.
And
every time.
And that's the thing. Like, you show compassion. You forgive.
Some of your friends and some of your family, they're not perfect. They're hurting. They're going through things as well. They are going through life. Life is happening for them also. You are the main character of your own life. They're the main character of their own life. So when they're hurting and they're experiencing things, they're going through stuff, they're fighting their own demons or whatever, trying to process some things in their life, and they're not showing up for you the best way that they can, or the way that you think that they should. I mean, that's when compassion comes in. Hey, let me take a step back. It's not all about me. Yeah, I would love, or I need this person to be here for me in this kind of way right here, right now, but they're not able to. I wonder why. You know, why are you not able to be here for me right now? You know, what's going on with you? Or, you know, ask those questions. We got to communicate. You know, we have to communicate first. That's the first step in communication. And yeah, we know that there's some people out here that they just doing shit because they want to do it. You know, they just doing their own stuff because they just want to continue to be bad. But a lot of times, we are a creature of habit. People are just living out their habits. They're stuck in just doing the same things over and over again. I hear all the time as adults will say things like, well, they just like, why they continue to lie, you know, and this is just my own theory. This is something I've came up with in my own head over the time. From when I was younger, probably in high school, I came up with this theory. You know, when people say, why do they lie? people lie because they don't feel safe to tell the truth.
Right.
That's why they lie a lot of times.
It starts at home, though.
It does start at home.
Like you get beat for telling the truth.
I was just about to say that when you get in trouble as a child for telling the truth, let's just say you as a little kid, a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, you reached up on the counter and grabbed a cup that you wasn't supposed to grab, and it knocked everything down and all the juice spilled on the floor. Your mom came around the corner. What you do? Who did that? Blah, 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 blah. That kid in that moment, because of how you came around the corner and said, what did you do? Right. It scared them. So now they have fear, and they're going to immediately say or create some, I didn't do it, or I didn't whatever. And guess what? That goes on long enough in their childhood, that creates a liar and as they get older. And you would love to think that all of a sudden when a person turns 21 or 22, that a switch just clicks on in their head that I should stop lying at, because they don't even realize that they're in this habit. They don't even understand why they do this. And it came from something like that when they were younger, because they were doing just a normal childlike thing where they wasn't supposed to be doing, and yet they're in trouble for it. You know what I mean? And know what people are carrying with them every single day, but yet we're out here judging every little thing that a person does. People, we're all just humans. We all just got here and we're just trying to figure it out. That's it. We're all trying to figure it out. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. You've done stuff that you wasn't supposed to do. You've done things behind the scenes with the lights turned off that ain't nobody knew that you did, but you know that you did it, and God know that you did it. You know what I'm saying? To other people, maybe you hurt somebody, maybe you hurt yourself. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just your actions that you're doing where you're not thinking that it's hurting people, but it's really hurting people. You know, forgive, have compassion, have a heart, have understanding.
Right. But then again, like, hey, there's some times where you got things going on in the household where it forces you to lie.
It does.
About what's going on in your home.
Some people live those lives. Some kids are living with those kind of things, situations.
But like other situations that like man, look, there's some, like as a kid, there were some lies that I did tell just to make sure that nobody knew what was going on in the home.
There you go. And I grew up with a house. Hey, what goes on in this house, stay in this house. And yes, that's an important thing. And I know a lot of black people tell their kids that. But at the same time, you have to be very careful when you're saying those words to children, because the way that they interpret that and the way that they carry that is completely different from how you're meaning it as an adult saying that to a child.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, like you just said, that was a perfect example. You having to keep these lies going just because everybody else outside your home not supposed to know what's going on. Some kids are living in the house with parents that's abusing the other parent, abusive parents, and they can't just go out and scream and shout at the top of their lungs to the world that this is what's happening in my house, because they don't know what's going to happen when they get back home. So now they're walking around having no choice but to tell lies to other people just to make it, just to seem normal, just to fit in, just to, try to have a regular experience with life. And again, it continues on in their life. They're continuing to do it. And some people recognize these things about themselves and they're like, man, I got to work on that. And they're trying. You know what I'm saying? They may try. They may know every single day that, dog, I keep lying, man. I just lie. Yes, I'm tired of lying. You don't know what the hell people go through. They probably sit in their car and cry because why do I keep doing this? And they can't even understand it themselves. This is why therapy is so important. It helps you work through things that you don't even understand about yourself. You have people that love to say, well, I don't need nobody else telling me this, or it doesn't help, and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Nobody told us how to behave out here. We just started behaving. You know what I mean? Like, there's a right and a wrong way to do a lot of stuff, to do mostly everything.
Right. And again, like, so we want it to be a live show. I think that's where I think we do the most help. We want people to tap in with us, man. You're going through stuff, man. Again, like I said, I created this thing because I needed an outlet and I needed somebody to hear me out.
And I joined because I had an idea to do this years ago, probably like 2015. I was in my 20s, but very afraid of, getting out there and just doing it. Didn't really know how to, so I never did, but I've been knowing since my mid-20s that I wanted to speak to people, and it really started with a passion for me wanting to speak with women, and I'll explain the story one of these days, but it came from just kind of some things that I was experiencing in life at the time, that I felt like, man, I know I'm not the only woman out here dealing with this. It has to be other women. And then finding out that there is, that's when I'm like, man, I need to speak to people, and young girls need to hear certain things that, before it's too late.
Right.
And then here we are years later. And
you got to hear things from a man.
Get this opportunity. Definitely have to hear. And that's something that I wanted. I actually wanted to have both sides of it because I have a son. I'm raising a young man. So it's important. If I feel like a lot of the problems we're facing in society is because of the conversations that's not being had early on in life.
Yeah. All I ever wanted to be was a good man.
Yeah.
And I think I did a damn good job.
Yeah.
I think I'm a damn good man.
All I had ever wanted to be was a good woman. I used to, God, I wanted to be a wife so bad. I mean, I don't know about that now.
Capricorn. You gotta watch out them Capricorn.
I never forget somebody asking that question, and
I'll tell you right now. Nah, man, like, I want to be a husband.
He does.
I'm a good man.
I am still struggling on whether or not
I do, and
the wifey life is
happen.
For me.
It'll happen when it happens, but it's not something that I'm gonna rush into or nothing like that, man. I learned a lesson.
There you go. And I learned mine, which is probably why I'm saying opposite. But that is another topic for a different day. We're definitely gonna touch on some of those things.
Yeah, what's that song? Shout out to Wayne, man. I'm single. I'm single. I had to cancel that like Nino. I ain't tripping on nothing. Last night I was sipping on something. I'ma chill. No, but yeah, man, we really want to react with you guys. And even for like a lucky guess or two, maybe like how many ever reactions we pull up or whatever. We're gonna do this stuff on the fly. Like I had actually tried something the first episode where you're grabbing videos and we didn't watch them, but like compiling them. I don't think that's cool. So like I want to do like knee-jerk reaction. Y'all fumble when we fumble. They laugh at us trying to work out all this damn equipment. I'm telling you, man.
And this is our first rodeo, guys. So be patient with us. It's gonna get better over time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look better over time.
Yeah. Me too.
I mean, I was very skeptical about even being ready to start because I am not very comfortable with myself right now. But all that's gonna improve. And
man, I don't care where I'm at. Hey. I don't care what size. I'll tell you something about me. I'm sexy anyway.
I know that's right.
I know it. It don't matter. None of that matter. Come talk to me.
All right.
Come talk to me. Come smell me. Oh, I always.
He does always smell good.
Always. I dress good. I smell good. I live good. I love good. I'm a damn good lover. But anyways, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop with that. Anyways, I'm a flirt. Yeah, I'm a flirt. I'm single. Anyways, no, I think we should move forward to reactions now. So yeah, let's get over there real quick. You got this? You got what you need?
No.
No? There you go.
Okay.
All right, guys. We'll see you over there, man. See y'all over there. All right.
Dalai Lama, where he said that we're born to help people, and if we can't help them, let's at least not hurt them. And I think that's the intention, that you want to leave every person happier than you found them, leave every place cleaner than you found it, leave every project more productive than you found it. Like, you want to feel that if you couldn't uplift something or someone, at least don't pull it down.
Do no harm.
That is actually cool.
And I mean, like he said, I think that also if we move with intention and purpose, just in what we're doing in everyday life, makes a difference as well. So for those people who are out here, you know, I don't know, still looking for their person, you know, dating or creating new partnerships, what he said was very important. You should be, for both men and women, a lot less worried and focused, and this is something that I gave advice to, believe it or not, it was to my mom years ago when she had got married and they were going through some issues, and I told her straight up that, you know, the thing about love is a lot of people will get involved with someone and they do not realize that subconsciously all they're concerned about is what the other person is bringing and doing for them. If you focus more on the love that you have to give to someone else, then you wouldn't be so worried about what a person is not doing for you.
Right.
That's gonna come, that's gonna happen, and if I don't know anything else, is that you can fight good, you know, I mean, evil with good. So you're being a good person, you're showing up as that person, you're not focused on what you're not receiving, you're just continuing to give and show up. Either that person is going to have no choice but to remove themselves because they're going to get so uncomfortable with what they're doing from your life, or God's going to remove it for you, or they're going to change.
Right.
That's plain and simple. Just move with love and compassion and do it with great intention is how I view that.
Right. And again, if you can't do anything, remove yourself.
Remove yourself. You don't stay there and cause damage just because you want to be there, or just because you want this from that person, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. You're a predator if you have that mindset.
Yeah. Or you may be refusing to see the red flags.
Sometimes.
Knowing when to build up the strength to walk away is a thing too.
Most definitely. Let's see.
Real empathy is connecting to someone in their emotional language, not yours. Right? That's real empathy. That's real connection. That's real compassion. Is that you're able to communicate with someone and express your thoughts in their emotional language, not yours. And this is something we struggle with, because when we're feeling tired, exhausted, stressed, overworked, we communicate more in our language because we want to be heard, not realizing that when we fight for being heard, we actually alienate the other person. They're just disconnected because we're speaking a foreign language. That's literally what it sounds like. Real empathy is connecting to...
So, that made a lot of sense. It does. I'm a true believer that real connections take a lot of work, period. And it doesn't matter if you talking about boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife, sister, brother, cousin and cousin, auntie and nephew, niece and uncle. It doesn't matter. Real connections with those who you want to be connected to, it takes a lot of work because we are not the same people.
Yeah. Some of y'all around here playing, and you only want your side to be you. You pretty much... Some people try to dominate you to make you become them.
Yep.
Some people will impose the tactics, unknowingly or knowingly, that was done on them to the next person to condition that person to make it suitable for them. And that's wrong. You need to readjust and learn how to deal with people on the level that they are. Meeting them on the level that they're at is really important.
And if you have no interest in that, then
Bounce.
you should probably just, stay to yourself.
But you
and be an
probably
introvert
won't.
to
You
yourself.
probably won't stay to yourself, because if you need that supply, if you need that validation because you're empty inside, then you can go and just move on and abuse the next person
Yeah.
and the next person, or you gonna get back with somebody that pretty much, could have dealt with it or abused you, because y'all don't have to change, so y'all can just be miserable together
Yep.
and repeat that cycle, going through the same forms of insanity. Oh, I could write a book on that. It's crazy, man.
Oh, let's see. And then we did mention the lack thereof. Let's see.
But that's how we're supposed to live for people. Hey, when someone's hurting, we're there. Hey, I'm with you. Doesn't matter what else I could be doing. I'm with you because you're hurting. And that's also what compassion looks like. The actual meaning of compassion is to care so much for someone that I'm willing to suffer with them. Not, hey, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. That's pity. Compassion is, you're in the suck, I'm going to get in with you. You're hurting, I'm gonna hurt with you, but I'm gonna be with you. Do we love people that much? Do we love people that much? Honestly, we say it all the time. Let's do something about it.
That's a good one.
Man, hold on.
That's a good one.
That's I believe that's Tim Tebow. Yeah. Shout out to Tim Tebow. Hey, listen. It's something that I just did, man. Like what he's saying, I just did. I identified something in somebody, and because I love them unconditionally, I told them, we'll be there together. We'll do it together. Let's figure it out together.
Yeah.
That's unconditional love.
That is definitely
That's agape
unconditional
love. That's the way Jesus taught us how to do it.
People do not understand what that means. That's
No, they
why I don't
don't.
even really like.
They don't.
I went through a
take
phase of kind of
advantage.
feeling like, let me take my love off the table, because I
Man.
know how to love in a way that many people have not figured out. And again, that leads us back to everybody being, grew up different, being raised different. Some people didn't
Right.
even get a chance to understand what love was. They was never loved in that way. They didn't
Right.
have nobody to show them that love.
Right.
Neither one of their parents
Right.
cared enough to show up for them, to love them like that.
Right.
To be there when they were in the thick of something, going through something, and they had somebody, another adult, another person to show up and tell them like, hey, it's okay, I got you, I'm here with you, I know you're afraid, I know you're scared, I know you that. A lot of people didn't experience that, so they
Right.
don't know how to do it for somebody else.
Man.
Some people know that they didn't experience that, and because they didn't experience it, they now know that I want to do that for somebody else because nobody did that for me.
Right. Right.
So it is
And I had
it's
that.
different.
That's exactly the way that thing went down for me. I think like after self-actualizing, doing the core work of who I am, after a crazy event, a crazy amount of embarrassment that I caused upon myself, like going off at this one party. I mean, it really like made me say, hold on, there's way more going on. There's way more going on. This was after having a near-death experience, after understanding like, hey, like death is really real. You're no longer afraid of it, but you hope like hell you don't go back. You don't want to go back right now, especially after what you seen there, and what you told that you had to do. And you go out, you reach out, you go and you get the help. You go and you get the help, man. Y'all make sure that if you know you got something going on with you, whether you're snapping and people are like, hey, what's going on, or man, make sure y'all go and talk to somebody.
There are people out here who do love you, who want to love you.
Absolutely.
I love everybody. I send my love and light out to the world every day, all day. For those somewhere hiding in the deepest, darkest of the trenches, somebody out there living in a tent somewhere under a tree. It doesn't matter who and where you are. I have compassion enough to say that I love every soul, and I am giving my love and my light to everyone because I want you to get better.
What we're gonna do, like we'll get back in our comments again. Like I said, we want to go live. We want to be live. We want to actually be served as an outlet. If you know, again, therapy is kind of expensive, man. If you're down on your shit, I mean, hey.
It is, but some people need real.
Yeah, some of you need real, but if you need somebody to talk to, man,
if you
we
just
with
need
you.
someone to talk to, we are definitely with you. But if you got some for real stuff going on, baby, you got to go to that doctor.
I mean, and maybe we're the first step for that.
Maybe so.
Maybe we're the first step for that. Maybe you hey man, let me check this out, man. Like check this out, sir. Something's going on. What do you think about this? Well, I think you should do this and this and this and this and this. And do this. And here's a phone number to whichever outlet, or maybe some counselors. We definitely want to be there for people like that, man. So I'm telling you, man, like after experiencing the things that I experienced, I'm so thankful for them. I'm thankful for all my losses.
Yep.
My losses have made me unstoppable. From 2017 all the way up to 2022, I lost at least one person that year. And in 2022, I lost 4 people. All while trying to build a startup. All while dealing with, just growing as a person, as a man. I won't even say a CEO or anything like that. We won't even use that talk. Just as somebody who's good at sparking things, creating things, and trying to remain consistent while losing so many people. And even, dealing with like the rumblings of failed relationship, all in the middle of all of that, because people refuse to see themselves and change for who they need to change for. People who actually really pour into your cup. I had poured love into cups that had holes in them.
Eesh.
And I did that because I felt like if I just poured a little more.
And we're going to talk about that too on a different episode.
I just poured a little more.
Just when we talking about, when you said that, it just made me think about, the human aura field.
Right.
And some people's auras unfortunately have been damaged to where they do have holes in them.
Right.
And so that's a very true statement. Some people have holes in because they have these holes or these open spaces in their aura, and it's not, their Taurus field is not, fully functioning the way it's supposed to.
It can only function
Negative
on love.
Energy is coming in, and all kind of things. They're seeping out. They're leaking out things, that they shouldn't leak out. So
we talk about energy.
That's a whole nother thing, but we don't get on that.
Your mind creates positive or negative energy, positive and negative realities. And that all stems from your heart. If your heart not right, something's going on in there. And a lot of people gonna see that.
Your heart is like another brain, your heart and your gut.
Yeah.
And it's actually like the first brain. Your heart is communicating to your main brain, telling it things. It's the one that's giving off those electromagnetic signals.
For sure.
That's why you have to make sure that your heart is right.
Right.
And that does take work. If you've been heartbroken your whole life, you've just been let down after let down after let down. Unfortunately, like they tell us about everything else, that somebody else did the damage, but it's your responsibility to, fix yourself and repair your own self and get back out there. That's very true. You have to do the work, and repairing a heart is hard work. That's why heart surgery is a very tricky thing to do,
right.
So got to be mindful of those things.
And then
work on your heart.
Another thing that you have to remember to do is give yourself the compassion that you were giving others.
There you go.
You gotta figure out how to love yourself unconditionally first
Yep.
before you learn to love anybody else.
Because compassion is truly not for everybody else.
Right.
It's mostly for you.
Right.
You know, you doing that forgiveness.
Right.
Yeah, we think it is for other people, and that's just a benefit. You know, those other people are just benefiting from that, but it's truly for you.
Right.
You know, you do the forgiving. You're not the one that have to carry that weight around and carry that burden on your shoulders every day, in your head, in your heart, and you just feel lighter. You know, it
Right.
takes work, and people think that forgiveness is just the thought or process of just, oh, okay, I forgive them, and you just walk on. No, it's an everyday choice. You have to make the choice every
Right.
single day, just like you have to make the choice to love somebody every day.
Right.
You know, because it's gonna creep back in, and what they did to you, you're gonna remember it. But you gotta remember, hey, why am I forgiving them? I'm forgiving them for this. I forgive them. You know, like
Right.
it is what it is. I can't go back there. I don't want to go back there. I can't make them change it and make a difference. Why am I harping over this?
Right.
Why am I steady? You know, like, hey, it is what it is. They did what they did. I forgive them. Going on. I don't have to deal with it anymore. It's not something I'm still having to, you know, physically deal with in that moment. So I got a new life. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me focus on the things that I'm grateful for and less on those things, you know?
Right. Let's see. What's that next one? What's your next video?
I don't know. I never really have a next video.
No. Look at that one. Up to the right. Right there. That 1 through 8. Leviticus 19:18. To the right. Yeah.
Lights off.
Which ones?
Ones that are keeping me awake at night.
Johnny,
What?
we went through this before. The rope lights are not in your window.
Honey, I have to put pillows over my windows so I can sleep.
The cops came and they looked at the rope lights. They said they're not shining in your window. But I'll do you this. I will turn them off at 10 o'clock. Okay?
Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I got you.
I don't mean to be a big neighbor, and I want you as my neighbor.
I got it, Johnny. All right? See what I think what it is, Johnny? I think you just need to come over when you're lonely. Talk and have some food and some wine. How about that? And if I'm off and you ain't got nothing else to do, if you want to come on the patio, bring your bottle of wine, come chill with your boy. I got you. All right. Love you, Journey.
I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Lights off.
Which one?
That was beautiful. And
Man,
as you
look
can
here.
see, look at just look at that. You know, here you have a black man and an older white woman. Two of the people that you would swear in America are the ones that, you know, are like, that's on the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And the way he had compassion for her. Yeah, just like a lot of people. And I see it all the time. We see people post the videos all the time. That man could have opened the door and cussed her out for, why are you
Right.
on my porch and this, that, and
Right.
the other. Slam the door. And then y'all have the
All
nerve
that
to
ratchet.
post those videos
All that ratchet.
and think that, oh, I did something good because I told that B to get off my porch. That is absolutely
That shows
insane.
exactly who you are.
But yet you walk around and you want people to believe you're a good person, that you deserve a wife, that you
Right.
deserve a husband, that
Right.
I'm a good mom, I'm this, that, and
I
the
mean,
other. Like,
you only have to,
What?
you truly only have to realize what's in a person's heart for how they talk about other people. Even when you with them and they talking to people like that, man, they talking about people and it's unpleasant. Like, it is what it is, man.
Yep, that's so very true.
is
And
what it is.
to be honest, I myself have been guilty of that in the past. You know, that whole little gossiping thing where you think it's harmless. It's not harmless. You know, it's really not. You, in your moment, you just feel like, well, you're expressing how you feel about somebody else.
if
but
you say what you say, yeah,
to
yeah,
an extent,
but it's not
harping
what
over
you
it and
say.
condescending the
Right.
negative energy their way, though. That's the problem.
How you say
you
it,
know?
how you say it, the vitriol, the
Yeah.
things that, yeah, man, all that stuff that's really on you.
Yep.
You really telling on yourself.
And you see how he even went a step further, and he not only said, I'll turn them off at a certain time, but I'll even, as a matter of fact, my porch is open to you. Come over whenever you feel lonely. And
So-
do you see the light in that lady's eyes?
You see her face lit up
When he
because
said
that's
that,
exactly
because that's
what she knew she needed.
She needed that. And when I was working for a big, company, we won't say any names, a big cable company, and talking to different people on the phone from different backgrounds all day, every day. Although I'm not a very, people person, I really don't like customer service because it takes so much out of you. However, those were the days where there were some days where I left work, or was at work and I had to put my phone on mute because I needed to cry a moment, because I'm talking to someone who just was so happy to speak to someone like myself, who showed a little bit of interest in what they had going on, who listened to whatever problems they had that had nothing to do with the reason they called in to talk to me that day, but they felt comfortable enough to express some personal stuff, and I gave them advice, or I uplifted them, and they felt the need to tell me how grateful they were that I was just employed there and that I'm the one that answered the phone. Guys, we have to be more mindful of that. We have to be more impactful in that way with dealing with each other.
Right.
We just need to soften our hearts.
He said a mouthful, but we are here to serve each other.
There you go.
You don't get anywhere. You don't make any money unless you're serving mankind.
Hello.
We are built to serve. All right? We're built to serve for the brotherhood of man under the fatherhood of God.
There you go.
It's just that simple. What that man did right there with her was amazing. And I'm truly that way too, I think I'm just like that dude.
I know a lot of men out there like that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of men that's not, and there's a lot of men that are. You have some men that's not, and they don't realize that they should be, and they're walking around here thinking it's cute to be this, that, and the other, but then they don't understand why you don't like them, why you don't want to go on another date with them, why it's like, dude, I'm peeping you. I don't want to be with someone who thinks like that of other people, or treating others like that. Yeah, you trying to say that, well, I'm nice to you, I'm kind of you. I want you to be kind and nice to everyone, not just me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I need my man to be kind to everyone. That's how I am. Open doors, tell people thank you, give good advice, be helpful, lend your helping hand. That's, to me, that's good character. But hey, to each his own. And with all of that being said,
I think we did enough today. So we remember the first episode we said that we were gonna start getting really shorter with these universal laws of affirmation. You guys have to know this stuff. You have to say these things. You have to say that you can, because you can do anything. You were made in God's image.
you have to say you deserve, because you absolutely deserve anything. He told you that you deserved it all.
Right.
So if you believe that you deserve it, it's coming to you.
Right. So,
but in order for it to come to you,
you gotta receive it.
You gotta be able to receive it. So you gotta know that I can receive, I will receive, I do receive.
Absolutely.
Open yourself to be a receiver. And it's funny we say that, because that's what we are, receivers.
We ain't nothing but some big old antennas, man.
That's it.
Y'all ever feel when a song hits you the right way, or words hit you the right way? Did you get any goosebumps? Did you get any goosebumps tonight?
There you go.
Did it happen? Did you feel anything while we were speaking?
You got on the right frequency, you on the right station, and now you can share. So
absolutely.
You gotta
please,
say, I share.
Please share.
Once you received it, you have it, you transmute it, you do the work that you need to do with it on the inside. You, especially for us women, we're gonna multiply it.
Absolutely.
And then we gotta share it.
Shout out to the ladies. Hey, listen, there ain't nothing more beautiful than a woman.
and a beautiful woman. Stop being mean girls, ladies. It's not cute. It's not cute.
Yeah, a
It's
beautiful
nasty.
woman will take what you have and multiply it and nurture it.
There you go.
Hell, a good man will do the same.
He sure will. A real good one.
Yeah, and for that,
Or he gonna at least help you. Something.
he gonna help you. Yeah,
And
he
then
gonna
for that,
he gonna put you. He gonna
The
put you where
whole
you need
house
to be.
get to do what? Be thankful, baby.
Exactly. Be thankful. Be
Everybody.
thankful. Hey, listen, guys. Please help us get this message out. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, we really need that. We really need the likes. We really need the engagement. We really need the messages. We'll tune in more in our messaging and reply in there. Make sure that we speaking, that we doing what we say we doing. You know, hold us accountable. We'll hold you accountable too.
There we go.
And I mean, is
That's
there
true
anything
love,
else?
true
Like,
compassion.
oh yeah. Also, like, seriously, if you guys really like the vibe, if y'all want to take us somewhere with y'all, we have our products, we have our merch. I designed everything. Everything is custom. Everything is there.
Do not forget to check
Really
us
nice stuff,
out.
man. Really nice stuff. Again, if this information seems pretty legit to you, rock with us, baby. Rock with us.
We won't
real.
rock the boat too hard.
We ain't gonna do it too hard, man.
Well, we'll rock the boat, but we won't tip it over.
Yeah, we gonna rock that. We gonna rock it.
Don't tip it over. I can swim, but hey.
Oh yeah, man. But hey, peace, man. Peace, man. One love, man. For real.
I love
man.
you all out
Real.
there, and see you next time. It's Riot.
Peace, 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 peace.